Hello everybody, Bob7194 here again, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. On this channel, you're probably used to me talking about my beloved Newcastle United, who are obviously the bane of my existence in terms of being upset at them playing terribly and getting relegated from the Premier League and stuff like that. But today we're going to talk about something entirely different, an entirely different sport, a sport that I've become very attached to in the last few years. Now, if there's anyone who is watching this for the first time or coming across my channel and you don't know anything about me, then yeah, I am obviously, as you can probably tell from my accent, a British man. So yes, I probably don't know anything about your sport, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video, which is, of course, American football, the NFL. The NFL is back tonight with the Carolina Panthers playing against the Denver Broncos. Now, my team is the Atlanta Falcons. I've been a fan of the Atlanta Falcons for about 4 years now, which isn't very long, I know, but it took me a while to get into the game. I didn't really understand it very much. But when I actually made a concerted effort to actually get into it, I was told the best way to do it is to pick a team and support them, and then you'll pick up the game a lot easier, which was great advice because it actually worked. Why did I pick the Falcons? Well, there's a couple of reasons, because Newcastle United obviously is my team. Newcastle have a rugby team called the Newcastle Falcons. So there you go, there's an attachment straight away. And another attachment which I discovered after I began supporting the Atlanta Falcons is that Atlanta and Newcastle upon Tyne, which is obviously a city here in England, we are actually twinned cities, which is another sign. So I had to pick the Falcons. So the whole purpose of this video is just a British point of view for the start of the NFL season 2016. Now, personally, I cannot wait. Last season was a pretty exciting affair. Obviously, for me, my team got off to a great start, going 5-0. Then we completely blew it, but never mind. So obviously, we go into a new season, a new year with obviously players that aren't here, such as Peyton Manning. Obviously, after his retirement, you couldn't exactly expect to go out in a better way than leaving Super Bowl 50 with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. So, what do I think is going to happen tonight, especially? Obviously, you know, the game's going to be on during the middle of the night here in England, but I do plan on watching a bit of it. Personally, obviously, the Panthers are a team I can't stand, purely because they're in my division, which is of course the NFC South. I know the Panthers are going to be favourites to win my division, as they should be. They're a much better team than the Falcons. The Broncos, I think, are going to be severely weakened, especially at quarterback. Trevor Seaman is going to be their starting quarterback tonight. Whether or not he's going to be able to get the ball to Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, I really do not know. But is Cam Newton going to be the same player as last season? Is he going to be anywhere near as good as he was last season? Obviously, last season he didn't have many weapons in the receiver department. He's got Kelvin Benjamin coming back from an injury. So there is one extra weapon for him alongside Greg Olsen, who is obviously the fantastic tight end for Carolina. I do think it's going to be a fairly tight affair, such as the Super Bowl. Obviously, the defense came out on top. It wasn't really much offense in terms of exciting play. But you never know. Obviously, we've got a quarterback for Denver, obviously, who is wanting to nail down that starting position. He's going to be going all out, I would imagine. I'm hoping to see a few more throws of the ball, obviously, with you only base it on the Super Bowl 50. Was a very defensive affair, as I've already mentioned. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be all action for the first game of the season. You really whet your appetite for this weekend, which, of course, features my team who play another divisional rival, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I will be doing a preview of that. I'm going to do previews of every Falcons game. So if you're a Falcons fan, obviously hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing a lot more if you want to hear a British point of view, which will be quite interesting. Now, obviously, just going on to the start of the season, I have just literally in the last couple of days finished my draft, which is for the Fantasy NFL League that me and a few friends are part of. Now, unfortunately, I was given number 5 out of 8 to pick from. So with Julio Jones, who is my boy, he is obviously the Atlanta Falcons star receiver. He was ranked projected to go at 3. and I managed to pick him up with my first pick at 5. So I'm delighted to say that I've got Julio in my fantasy team. So rise up, Falcons. Yeah, so I'll do a preview video which will be going out on Saturday before, or maybe Sunday before the game, which kicks off at 6 o'clock England time. And if you're obviously interested in watching that, or if you're interested in maybe seeing some more of these videos or wanting to do anything, because obviously I am going to be doing a career mode, a franchise mode with the Falcons on Madden 2017, so keep an eye out on that. If you're interested in having a game, maybe just leave your details on below in a comment. But yeah, this is my first NFL video on this channel. I'll be doing a lot more. I'm going to be trying to do them every week. My knowledge isn't the greatest, but that's the whole point of it, being a British person's point of view on the NFL. I hope you enjoyed watching. Stick around and watch some more videos if you want to try and get into the Newcastle United, or if you just want to get into FIFA, or you want to watch the Madden videos that are going to be on here. I hope to see you around sometime soon. My name is Bobster1984, and I'll see you very soon.